हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमते रघुनाथ स्वामी नामिने नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमती राधानाथ नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति नामिने
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Oh, anything, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna Ram 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 Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Rama Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna. And after now, thank you very much for joining today. Today is December 4th. Let me read this BG calendar verses. You are able to hear me? Hare Krishna.
A bit less voice, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yeah, you can speak out. Hare Krishna. Yeah, December 4th, today, Monday. The BG calendar 1822, 1823, 18 chapter 22nd and 23rd verse. Yattu Krishna vad ekasmin karye saktam ahaitukam atat atatvarta vadalpam cha tattamasam udahritam. And that knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work as the all in all, without knowledge of the truth, and which is very meager, is said to be in the mode of darkness. The knowledge in the mode of ignorance, which won't help. Niyatam sangarahitam araga dveshata kritam aphala prepsu aphala prepsuna karma yattat satvikam uchyate. That action which is regulated and which is performed without attachment, without love or hatred, and without desire for fruitive results is said to be in the mode of goodness. So, goodness activities, Krishna says in about 18.23, which is regulated, which is performed without attachment. Again, knowledge and attachment, regulations, without love or hatred, and without desire for fruitive results, is said to be in the mode of goodness. Asakti, material activities, asakti. So two was 1822, 1823. This is the BG calendar. Without desire for fruitive results. Problem with desiring for, I wanted to do good and I am expecting, I wanted to enjoy the fruits. Problem with this, why we take birth? Because of this only desire. Wanted to enjoy. That's why we do good karma. And again, in order to dissolve that good karma, we have to take birth again. So, karma, akarma, vikarma. Sakama karma, vikarma, and akarma. So, Krishna conscious activities, nishkama karma. So, Krishna conscious activities, akarmic activities. Everything actually, we all know actually. Akarmic activities, karma, no fruitive results, because no desire, because selfless service, because pleasing to Krishna. So that's the thing. Okay, thank you very much. We'll start with quick Mangala Charana prayer and start Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 8th chapter. Questions by Parikshit Maharaj. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshauranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Mahavishnu Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamrisham Dadanti Swakadantikam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamani. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Vishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshkarani. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Masavadi Gaurav Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Mukam Karoti Vachanam Pavanam Pigne Tupatamaham Mande Shri Gurum Dintarana Paramananda Bhagavan Sri Chaitanya Vishwan Om Pavitra Pavitrava Sarva Sindhavina Yasmare Kundari Paksham Sabhakyam Tintaram Suchi Sri Vishnu and Sri Vishnu. Let's quickly see. Yeah. Here, 2nd canto, 8th chapter. Questions by Parikshit Maharaja. We have completed until 22nd verse. 22nd onwards we'll read. So, in this section, so this is this part done. 7 to 23 are all the questions by Parikshit Maharaj. 7 to 11 questions about the Lord and the Jiva. 11 to 23 questions about Kala, Karma and other topics. So here we will continue from this section 24 to 29. Maharaja Parikshit inspired Sukadeva Goswami to speak. Hearer and chanter, reciter. Hearer and chanter. Hearer has to have attentiveness that attracts speaker. Just like Srila Prabhupada, so attentively hearing from his Guru Maharaj. First attempt only, first visit, first darshan of his Guru Maharaj. He attentively heard that attracts the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. So here also Sukadeva Goswami is ready to speak because he attentively asked questions, wanted to know, inquisitiveness, and inspiring that to Sukadeva Goswami to speak. 24 to 25, please answer all that I have inquired as well as not inquired. 26, I am not feeling exhaustion due to fasting. And 27 to 29, Sukadeva Goswami gives it's a small chapter, 29 verses. So we'll continue from 22nd verse. Translation and purpose. Yeah. Yeah, we'll start with Madhuri. So let me see. Yeah, Vani Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Please start.
Translation. Please also explain how, merged in the body of the Lord, living beings are created and how the infidels appear in the world. Also, please explain how the unconditional living entities exist. Purport. The progressive devotee of the Lord must inquire from the bona fide spiritual master how living entities merged in the body of the Lord again come back at the time of creation. There are two kinds of living entities. There are the ever liberated, unconditioned living beings as well as the ever conditioned living beings. Of the ever conditioned living beings, there are two divisions. They are the faithful and the infidels. Of the faithful, there are again two divisions, namely the devotees and the mental speculators. The mental speculators desire to merge into the existence of the Lord or to become one with the Lord, whereas the devotees of the Lord desire to keep separate identities and constantly engage in the service of the Lord. The devotees who are not fully purified, as well as the empiric philosophers, become conditioned again during the next creation for further purification. Such conditioned souls become liberated by further progress of devotional service to the Lord. Maharaja Parikshit asked all these questions from the bona fide spiritual master in order to become fully equipped in the service of God. The science of God.
Thanks, Mother. Yes, Mother. Thank you. So these two things. There are ever liberated, unconditioned living beings, as well as the ever conditioned and living beings. Anybody know Sanskrit words? Two words there.
Nitya Siddha, Nitya Baddha.
Yes, thank you. Nitya Siddha and Nitya Baddha. Eternally conditioned, eternally liberated. Yeah. Samyukta Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Pranam.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: the independent personality of Godhead enjoys his pastimes by his internal potency, and at the time of annihilation gives them up to the external potency, and he remains a witness to it all. Purport: Lord Sri Krishna, being the supreme personality of Godhead and fountainhead of all other incarnations, is the only independent person. He enjoys his pastimes by creation as he desires and gives them up to the external energy at the time of annihilation. By his internal potency only, he kills the demon Putana, even though enjoying his pastimes in the lap of his mother Yashoda. And when he desires to leave this world, he creates the pastimes of killing his own family members, Yadukula, and remains unaffected by such annihilation. He is the witness of everything that is happening, and yet he has nothing to do with anything. He is independent in every respect. Maharaja Parikshit desired to know more perfectly for a pure devotee or to know well. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
So this is one question, I think. Yeah. By his internal potency, he kills the demon Putana, even though enjoying his pastimes in the lap of his mother Yashoda. So basically, we heard from lectures from Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada and other Prabhupada disciples, sannyasi Maharajas. Krishna won't kill actually, but the form, Shankachakra form, that
Vishnu form
only
of
that form. Krishna is always enjoyable personality. He's you want all the pleasure. That's it. He wanted to be, but he's not into the killing mode. Okay, he is when he wants to kill, but from the from his body, that the Vishnu is killing. Shankachakra Kamalagala. So how can we understand this? Anybody? By his internal potency only, he kills the demon Putana, even though enjoying his pastimes in the lap of his mother Yashoda. Prabhupada writes here. And we heard that whatever the demon killed by Krishna, it's not by Krishna, it's by Vishnu. So how can we understand? Anyone knows answer? Why Prabhupada has written like this?
because Krishna is in loving mode and he doesn't do all these official activities.
But actually he
So
has written, right, by his internal potency only, Kama, he kills the demon Putana, Kama, even though enjoying his pastimes in the lap of his mother Yashoda.
So he actually comes to do pastimes with his devotees more than killing others.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
his avatar is for doing pastimes with his devotees, not for killing the demons and all. That will be done by anyone.
and he want to reciprocate with his devotees according to their desires.
Yeah.
ఎందుకంటే పూతన
And
లాస్ట్ జన్మలో అనుకుంది కదా, అందుకు he wants to have that past time.
yeah,
మాతాజీ ఏమనుకుంది పూతన లాస్ట్ జన్మలో?
బలి మహారాజ్ వాళ్ళు చెల్లెలు అనుకుంటా ఆవిడ. సో అప్పుడు వామన్ని చూసి అబ్బాయి ఎంత అదిగా ఉన్నాడు, ఐ వాంట్ టు ఫీడ్ హిమ్ అని అనుకుంది. అప్పుడు
ఓహో,
హీ వాజ్ వెరీ అట్రాక్టెడ్ టు హిమ్.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే,
సో
గాట్ ఇట్.
వాంట్ టు నర్స్.
yeah, yes, yes, okay. But question is, Prabhu, Lalit Prabhu, by his internal potency only he kills the demon Putana. Ante Vishnu also the internal potency, even though enjoying his past tense is not. అంటే ఇక్కడ కృష్ణుడే కిల్ చేసినట్టు ఉంది కదా, బట్ we heard that Krishna won't kill, but Krishna of course brings pleasures to his devotees, and that's where he is killing. But the originally killed by Vishnu form.
That's why he is saying, right, internal potency. So Vishnu is also one of the this one, right?
So Vishnu,
So I need a clarity on this question, Prabhu. By his internal potency only, you need the answer for that. Why it is written like that?
by his internal potency only, okay, he kills the demon Putana అంటున్నాడు, even though enjoying his pastimes in his lap of his mother Yashoda. So internal potency, of course, Krishna, this also there, right? I mean, Krishna is at home, and when Krishna is at home, Krishna. When Krishna is at work, that is Vishnu. So this business, killing of business is at work now. So that means Vishnu is killing, right? Vishnu, of course, no difference, but I mean, slight, I got some little confusion. That's why.
I think even in internal potency,
Don't know,
there is
Prabhu.
3 kinds kada. The Samrit, Hladini and Sandhini. అట్లాగా అందులో one of them is expansion. Is there no expansion? So he should have expanded to kill Putana while he is in the lap of his mother Yashoda. I think that is what it is referring to. Internal potency is not only Hladini Shakti but also Samrit and Sandhini kada.
Yes.
Sorry, Lalitman Prabhu, మీరు చెప్పండి.
No, don't know, Mataji. I don't know. Ask someone else. I don't know. I'm completely blank in this matter.
ఇప్పుడు లైక్ వండర్ఫుల్ కృష్ణలో కూడా చూపిస్తారు. కృష్ణ వెన్ ఎవర్ హీ వాంట్స్ టు కిల్ ద డీమన్, హీల్ కమ్ అవుట్ లైక్ విష్ణు, శంఖ చక్ర కథ కమల గదాధర 400 form, and he'll kill. So Krishna doesn't want to kill because he wants to love in the and love. He want to continue his exchanges, right? So Vishnu comes from Krishna and he'll kill. Yeah.
Okay, so that's there anyway. So all these 3 is there in his, Krishna's body and all the soul's nature. We would understand that. I mean, even though internal potency, Krishna won't kill, but in his other form, that Vishnu form, he won't killing. That is also part of in this Satchit Ananda and that Sandhini, the other technical terms, Sandhini, Samvit, and Hladini, Sandhini, and Samvit. Those 3 potencies of Supreme Lord are the qualities. And unaffected, see, and he is, of course, this we understand anyway. And when he desires to leave this world, he creates the pastimes of killing his own family members, Yadikula, and remains unaffected by such annihilation. Because why he is unaffected again? Unaffected because he's not when he appears in the material world, he's not just like, Panchamahabhuta, not like that. He's a completely transcendental. His body is completely transcendental. He only created, right? And he can aloof from it. He has those energies. He has those. He is the complete creator of all material and spiritual worlds. Everything. He's aloof from all the subjected material laws. Anyway, thank you for the discussion. We'll continue. Let me see who joined. Madhavi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Please read. Hare Krishna Mataji. Madhavi Mataji. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavata Pranam.
You are able to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Read.
Yeah. Translation.
Second canto, second canto,
Second to 8th chapter.
8th
Yeah,
chapter,
12th
20th
sloka. Translation. O great sage, representative of the Lord, kindly satisfy my inquisitiveness in all that I have inquired from you and all that I may not have inquired from you from the very beginning of my question. Since I am a soul surrendered unto you, please impart full knowledge in this connection. But the spiritual master is always prepared to impart knowledge to the disciple, and specifically when the disciple is very inquisitive. Inquisitiveness on the part of a disciple is greatly necessary for the progressive disciple. Maharaja Parikshit is a typical disciple because he is perfectly inquisitive. If one is not very inquisitive about self-realization, one need not approach a spiritual master simply to make a show of discipleship. Not only is Maharaja Parikshit inquisitive concerning all he has inquired about, but he is also anxious to know about what he hasn't been able to inquire. Actually, it is not possible for a man to inquire about everything from the spiritual master, but the bona fide spiritual master is able to enlighten the disciple in every way for the disciple. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Inquisitive, one quality, Pariprashnena Sevaya. Something, translation. Then 25, yeah, Deepa Mata.
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O great sage, you are as good as Brahma, the original living being. Others follow custom only, as followed by the previous philosophical speculators. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It may be argued that Shukdev Goswami is not the only authority of perfect knowledge in transcendence, because there are many other sages and their followers. Contemporary to Vyasdev or even prior to him, there were many other great sages such as Gautama, Kanada, Jaimini, Kapila, and Ashtavakra. And all of them have presented a philosophical path by themselves. Patanjali is also one of them. And all these 6 great rishis have their own way of thinking, exactly like the modern philosophers and mental speculators. The difference between the 6 philosophical paths put forward by the renowned sages above mentioned and that of Shukdev Goswami as presented in the Srimad Bhagavatam is that all the 6 sages mentioned above speak the facts according to their own thinking, but Shukdev Goswami presents the knowledge which comes down directly from Brahmaji, who is known as Atma Bhu, or born of and educated by the Almighty Personality of Godhead. Vedic transcendental knowledge descends directly from the Personality of Godhead by his mercy. Brahma, the first living being in the universe, was enlightened, and from Brahmaji, Narada was enlightened, and from Narada, Vyasa was enlightened. Shukdev Goswami received such transcendental knowledge directly from his father Vyasdev. Thus, the knowledge being received from the chain of disciplic succession is perfect. One cannot be a spiritual master in perfection unless and until one has received the same by disciplic succession. That is the secret of receiving transcendental knowledge. The 6 great sages mentioned above may be great thinkers, but their knowledge by mental speculation is not perfect. However perfect an empiric philosopher may be in presenting a philosophical thesis, such knowledge is never perfect because it is produced by an imperfect mind. Such great sages also have their disciplic successions, but they are not authorized because such knowledge does not come directly from the independent Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana. No one can be independent except Narayana, therefore no one's knowledge can be perfect, for everyone's knowledge is dependent on the flickering mind. Mind is material, and thus knowledge presented by material speculators is never transcendental and can never become perfect. Mundane philosophers, being imperfect in themselves, disagree and other philosophers because a mundane philosopher is not a philosopher at all unless he presents his own theory. Intelligent persons like Maharaja Parikshit do not recognize such mental speculators, however great they may be, but hear from authorities like Shukdev Goswami, who is not different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the Parampara system, as is specially stressed in the Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
What is that specifically stressed in Bhagavad Gita? What verse?
Not different. Sorry, Prabhuji, I didn't get your
As
question.
is specifically stressed in Bhagavad Gita. What is that verse? Are you able to remember?
4.1, I think. Prabhuji, the
Evam parampara praptam.
Evam parampara praptam. Imam Rajarishyo Vidhu.
Sakalene hamanta yoga nashta.
Yoga nashta parant.
Yeah. Another, that is the secret. That is the secret of receiving transcendence. What is that secret? Through the receiving knowledge through the
Disciplic succession.
Thank you. Lavanya, go ahead. 26 verse.
Translation and purport by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada. Translation. O learned Brahmana, because of my drinking the nectar of the message of the infallible personality of Godhead, which is flowing down from the ocean of your speeches, I do not feel any sort of exertion due to my fasting. Purport. The disciplic succession from Brahma, Narada, Vyasa, and Sukadeva Goswami is particularly different from others. The disciplic succession from the other sages are simply a waste of time. Being devoid of Achyuta Katha or the message of the infallible Lord. The mental speculators can present their theories very nicely by reason and arguments, but such reasons and arguments are not infallible, but they are defeated by better mental speculators. Maharaja Parikshit was not interested in the dry speculation of the flickering mind, but he was interested in the topics of the Lord because factually he felt that by hearing such nectarian message from the mouth of Sukadeva Goswami, he was not feeling any exertion even though he was fasting because of his imminent death.
Completely, yeah.
One can indulge in hearing the mental speculators, but such hearing cannot endure for any length of time. One will be exhausted very soon from hearing such hackneyed ways of thinking, and no one in the world can be satisfied simply by hearing such useless speculations. The message of the Lord, especially from the personality like Sukadeva Goswami, can never be tiring, even though one may be exhausted from other causes. In some editions of Srimad Bhagavatam, the text of the last line of this verse reads, Anyatra Kupitat Vijat, which means that the king might be overwhelmed by the thought of his imminent death by snake bite. The snake is also twice born, and its anger is compared to the cursing Brahmana boy who was without good intelligence. Maharaja Parikshit was not at all afraid of death, for he was fully encouraged by the message of the Lord. One who is fully absorbed in Achyuta Katha can never be afraid of anything in this world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That is the only thing. Abhaya Charana. So Prabhupada's name is Father is given that Abhaya Charana. When we take shelter with the lotus feet of Lord, we get the quality of fearlessness. No fear. Because that's the thing. When we surrender, when we fully absorb, Achyuta Katha can never be afraid of anything in this world. That means he happily left his body even after snake bite, because he's completely absorbed in Krishna Katha on those 7 days and seven nights without eating anything. Yeah, this is the last verse, I think. Last 3 verses. People is saying 27. Prabhuji, Sapan Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Translation. Suta Goswami said, thus Sukadeva Goswami, being invited by Maharaja Parikshit to speak on the topics of the Lord Sri Krishna with the devotees, was very much pleased. Purport. Srimad Bhagavatam can be legitimately discussed only among the devotees of the Lord, as the Bhagavad Gita was authoritatively discussed between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, the Lord and the devotee respectively. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the postgraduate study of Bhagavad Gita, can also be discussed between the scholars and devotees like Sukadeva Goswami and Maharaja Parikshit. Otherwise, the real taste of the nectar cannot be relished. Sukadeva Goswami was pleased with Maharaja Parikshit because he was not at all tired of hearing the topics of the Lord and was more and more anxious to hear them on and on with interest. foolish interpreters unnecessarily tackle the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam when they have no access to the subject matter. There is no use in non-devotees meddling with the two topmost Vedic literatures, and therefore Sankaracharya did not touch Srimad Bhagavatam for commentation. In his commentation on Bhagavad Gita, Sripada Sankaracharya accepted Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but later on commented from the impersonalist view. But being considered of his position, he did not comment on the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Sukadeva Goswami was protected by Lord Krishna, vide Brahma Vaivarta Purana, and therefore he is known as Brahmamrata. And Sriman Parikshit Maharaj was protected by Vishnu, thus he is known as Vishnurata. As devotees of the Lord, they are always protected by the Lord. It is clear also in this connection that a Vishnurata should hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Brahmarata and no one else, because others misrepresent the transcendental knowledge and thus spoil one's valuable time. Hare Krishna.
Valuable time. Yeah, very good. While reading this, I was remembering one statement from Shankaracharya. Sripad Shankaracharya accepted Lord Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is that? Accepted Lord Krishna as Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Yeah, worship Supreme Lord. 28th verse. Chandraval Prabhuji.
ప్రభుజీ ఇక్కడ శ్రీల సుఖదేవ గోస్వామి ప్రొటెక్టెడ్ బై లార్డ్ కృష్ణ అంటే ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ అంటే బయటికి అలాగా బయటికి వచ్చేటప్పుడు విల్ నాట్ గెట్ అట్రాక్టెడ్ టు మాయా అది ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ భాగవతమా హరి బోల్ హరే కృష్ణ
గిరీష్
మీకే మిమ్మల్ని అడుగుతుంది క్వశ్చన్
अच्छा माका हाँ माताजी 2 times माताजी one is bringing him to this material world, the second one is bringing him from impersonal.
Bhagavatam, yeah.
Actually Krishna inspires Vyasdev to make him select these 2 verses, that is Barhapedam and Ahobakyan, for Sukadeva Goswami to come back to devotional fold. So these are the 2 ways how Krishna protected him.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
28th verse.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He began to reply to the inquiries of Maharaja Parishad by saying that the science of the personality of Godhead was spoken first by the Lord himself to Brahma when he was first born. Srimad Bhagavatam is the supplementary Vedic literature and it is just in pursuance of the Vedas. Purport. Srimad Bhagavatam is the science of the personality of Godhead. The impersonalist always tries to misrepresent the personal feature of the Lord, not knowing the science of his great knowledge, and Srimad Bhagavatam is in pursuance of the Vedas and scientific knowledge of the personality of Godhead. To learn the science, one should take shelter of the representative of Sri Sukadeva and follow in the footsteps of Maharaja Parishad without foolishly attempting to interpret, thereby committing a great offense at the feet of the Lord. The dangerous ways of interpretations by the non-devotee class of men have played havoc in understanding the Srimad Bhagavatam, and the careful student should be always alert in this matter if he at all wants to learn the science of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. These are last verse, 29th verse. Akincham Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Translation. He is also prepared himself to reply to all that the King Parikshit has inquired from him. Maharaja Parikshit was the best in the dynasty of Pandus, and thus he was able to ask the right question from the right person. Purport. Maharaja Parikshit asked many questions. Some of them are very curiously to know things as they are. But it is not necessary for the master to answer them in order of the disciple inquiries, one after the other. But Sukdev Goswami, experienced teacher, that was answered all the questions in the systematic way as they were received from the chain of disciplic succession. And he answered all of them without expectation. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of second canto, 8th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Questions by King Parikshit.
So this is where from Bhagavatam starts, okay? So now, Sukadeva Goswami was ready to answer the questions of Parikshit Maharaj. So from 2.9, actual Bhagavatam starts. So till these two cantos, what we have studied, anyone could remember? The first canto and second canto, what were these? See, anywhere you get questions, na, one canto will be extended. Like first canto, 6 questions started. The whole canto has been explained. Okay? And at the end of the first canto, what happens? Parikshit will ask some questions. Introduction to Parikshit will happen. Okay? Second canto starting, Sukadeva Goswami will tell that bhakti is important than all the other paths. So those things will come up. And in between, at the end of this second canto, what happens again? 2.8, Parikshit will again ask some questions. So 9 and 10 chapter will come. Okay, from here the Bhagavatam starts.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Perfect.
And at the end of this, Prabhu, like 2:10, na?
2:10.
2:10. The sages of Naimisharanya are headed by whom? Shaunak Rishi. Okay. So Shaunak Rishi will ask the conversation between Vidura and Maitreya. So the whole third and fourth canto is an answer for that question.
Yeah. Here numberlani proper చెప్పినారు these questions from the various cantos and chapters.
Yeah, see, the Bhagavatam is starting from 2.9, Prabhu, generally. Actually, it is said the actual Bhagavatam starts from 2.9. But till the 2.9, it was like an introductory part of Bhagavatam. Okay?
Yeah. So anyway, we'll complete this document also. Questions by Parikshit, they have already multiple times we read. So let us continue reading in this and we'll see. Okay, we'll complete this quickly. Let me read 1 to 6. Parikshit Maharaj inspires Sukadeva Goswami to speak Harikatha. Please speak about Narada Muni's preaching exploits, to whom and how he explained about the qualities of the transcendental world. Second verse talks about, I wish to know the truth of the Lord who possesses wonderful potencies, Adbhuta Viryasya, because such narrations are auspicious for the entire world. Loka Sumandalaha. Third one, please continue to speak so that I can give up my body while absorbing my mind in Krishna, devoid of material attachment. Nihsangam. This shows Parikshit Maharaj's efforts to remember Krishna. And so, Prabhu, Lagman Prabhu, maybe 3 slokas change translation.
Okay, Prabhu. Text number 4. Lord Hari enters the hearts of the hearers. Shrinvatah Shraddhaya Nityam Grinatascha Svachestitam Kalena Nati Dirgena Bhagavan Vashate Hridi. Shrinvatah Shraddhaya Nityam. Persons who hear Srimad Bhagavatam faithfully and regularly, Grinatascha Svachestitam, and are always thinking the matter very seriously, and are always taking the matter very seriously, Kalena Nati Dirghena Bhagavan Vashate Hridihi, will have the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna manifested in their hearts within a very short time. So the point to be noted is, hearing and chanting here indicates remembering, mananam. Okay. Text 5. Prabhu, should I continue?
Yeah, 3 change.
Oh, okay. Text 5. Harikatha purifies the heart. Pravishtah karnarandrena Swanam bhavasaroruham Dhunoti shamalam Krishnaha Salilasya yatha sharat. Pravishtah Karnarandrena. Krishna in the form of Harikatha enters the heart through the ears. Svanam Bhava Saroruham. Of his self-realized devotees, sits on the lotus flower of his loving relationship, and Dhunoti Shamalam Krishna washes away all contamination, lust, anger, greed, and so on. Salilasya Yatha Sharat. Just as the autumnal rains clear the water reservoirs. Text 6. A devotee never gives up Krishna's lotus feet. Dhautatma Purusha Krishna Padamulam Namunchati Mukta Sarva Parikleshaha Pantasva Sharanam Yatha. Such a person whose heart has been thus cleansed never give up Lord Krishna's lotus feet. He is liberated from all miseries of life, just as a traveler is satisfied at home after a troubled journey. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Right. Thank you, Prabhu. And we have recited the last time, and I have captured these 3 verses in one of the document, random verses. While we reading, we will repeat those whenever. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. We'll continue. Sirisha Mataji, Hare Krishna. Can you read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please read this section. 7 to 22.
Questions about the Lord and Jiva.
Is it final? Note
Final. Okay. 7th question by Parikshit Maharaja. Sukadeva Goswami answers the following questions of Parikshit Maharaja in various parts of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Vidura asks similar questions in 3.7. Some of the answers provided here are based on our study and understanding, and there could be other sections as well in the Bhagavatam where these questions are answered. 7 to 11 questions about the Lord and Jiva. 7th one. How did the Jiva, who is spiritual, attain a body which is material? Answered in 2.9.1 to 3, 3.7.10 to 12. 8th one. Both the Lord and the common living entities assume bodies. What is the specific difference between them? Answer in 2.9.2 to 4, 2.10.8 to 9, 37 to 40. 9th one. Brahma appeared from the Lord navel. Is the Lord form similar to that of the material body of Brahma or different? Answer in 3.8. 10th one. Where does the master of Maya, Karanodakashayi Vishnu, lie? Answer in 2.9.33, 3.5.23 to 26. 11th. I have heard that the planets and their governors are imagined as the limbs of the Virat Purusha in 2.1 and 2.5. Please explain more details. Answer in 2.10.10, 10 to 35, 3.6.3 to 26 or 5.23.
The mother 3.6 and 6th chapter, and 3rd canto 26th chapter, and 5th canto 23rd chapter. Entirely, those chapters covered this question in an elaborated explanations in those particular chapters, in those particular cantos. When the number is not there, that means the entire chapter talks about that particular topic. 3.6, 3.26, 5.23. Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, everybody done. Raju Prabhu still in hearing mode. Okay, we'll start again.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Still hearing, right, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. That same also.
12 to 14, Vanimata, it's complete, please, quickly. Actually, we have to refer this document, whenever these verses are there, we have to refer simultaneously, and we'll see. Read this, Mataji.
Yeah, okay, Prabhu. 12 to 14 questions about Kala and Karma. 12. Kalpa, time span between creation and annihilation of the universe. Vikalpa, subdivision of Kalpa. 20.10.46 and 3.11. How time is perceived in various ages and planetary systems. 3.10 to 11, 3.29 and 5.24. Lifespan of human beings, demigods, etc. 3.11, 5.17, and 24. Divisions of time, 13 divisions of time, 3.11 and 3.29. 14. Destinations achieved by karma. How do various karmic activities lead to various bodies? 3.8.12 to 14, 5.26, 7.11 to 15, 3.30 to 31, 4.25 to 29, 11.22.35 to 59.
So this is one thing. No, this 14th verse talks of destinations achieved by karma. How do various karmic activities lead to various bodies? So elaborately described in Srimad Bhagavatam, various chapters and cantos. That's what it is. 3.8, that means third canto, 8th chapter. 5.26, 26th chapter of 5th canto. 11th chapter of 7th canto. 11th chapter, 7.11 to 15. That means 11 to 15 chapters of 7th canto and 30 to 31 of 3rd canto. So karma is a big topic and which is a very, very complex topic. That's where in various past times discussions happened in those various cantos. Continue, Martin. Finish this.
15. Creation of various places in this universe and their inhabitants. 3.10, 5.1, and 5.16 to 26. 16. Dimensions of the universe. 5.1, 5.16 to 26. Characteristics and activities of devotees. Characteristics of Varnashrama. 7.11 to 15 and 11.17 to 18. 17. About yugas, durations of yugas, yuga dharma, and activities of yuga avatars. 3.11 and 11.5 and 12.2. 18. About sadharana dharma, bhakti, savishesha dharma, occupations according to birth, and apad dharma in emergency situations. 7.11 to 15. 19. 2.8. Questions by Parikshit.
We'll give it to someone so they can read. Okay, from them. Samyukta Mataji, please continue.
Yes, Prabhuji. 19. About Sankhya, worship of the Purushavataras and Yoga Mishra Bhakti. 3.26 to 28, 4.8 to 9, 4.22, 11.13 to 15, 22, 24. 20. Opulence, destination, and destruction of the subtle body of great yogis or devotees. Episodes of Devahuti, Dhruva, Prudu, Prachetas, Priyavrata, etc. Conclusion of all Vedas, Upavedas, Itihas, and Puranas. 12.13. 21. Deliverance from samsara for all living entities. 3.8, 3.25 to 33, 4.8 to 9, 4.21 to 22, 7.6 to 7. Favorable and unfavorable activities of Bhakti. 3.29 to 32, Canto 7. Rules for Vedic Ishta, Smartha, Urdhasya, and Kamya Karmas. 7.11 to 15. Procedures for Ardha, Dharma, and Kama. 22. Reappearance of the Jivas after Pralaya from the Lord's body. 3.8. Creation of Pashandis, heretics. 3.12, 3.20, 4.8, 4.8.226, 4.19, 5.6. About the existence of Nitya Siddhas. 3.33 to 4, 12, 10.8 to 9, 29, 11.1, 6, 30 to 31. 23. How does the Lord perform his leelas using Yogamaya and then disappearing without any attachment? 2.9.33 to 35. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Yeah. Deepa Mataji and Madhavi Mataji, please conclude. Deepa Mataji, 24, 26.
Yes, Prabhuji. Parikshit Maharaj inspires Shukdev Goswami to speak. Please answer all that I have inquired and that which I may not have inquired, because I am a soul surrendered unto you. Among all sages, you are the authority, as your knowledge is in parampara. I am certainly not affected by hunger or thirst, since I am drinking the nectar of Krishna, which is flowing from your mouth. Please continue Krishna Katha.
Hare Krishna. 27 to 29, Sutta Goswami concludes. Sukadeva Goswami was pleased with Parikshit Maharaja's inquiries. 28. He then spoke Srimad Bhagavatam, which was first spoken by the Lord to Brahma in the first Kalpa. Sukadeva Goswami prepared himself to describe all that Parikshit had inquired about. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for all the devotees reading. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. So basically tomorrow also we'll continue the Bhagavatam 2.9, which refers to some question answers. We'll continue 2.9, 1 to 3. This question is answered. And some part of both the Lord and the complement in the 2.9. Whatever 2.9, we will refer this document along with that chapter. Okay. So that in sync, CC Madhya we spent a lot of time because of 365 verses. CC Madhya 9 chapter. So let us continue Srimad Bhagavatam 2.9 from tomorrow. We'll continue. And we will look into these questions and those particular verses in the reference to Subodhini guides and slides. You'll understand. Thank you so much. Again, Randra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So now we'll continue with some sloka practice. Let us do this one. Nectar of Devotion verses are also very, very nice, written by Srila Rupa Goswami. The first 4 verses we learned in our Bhakti Shastri course. We'll practice this entirely. Bhakti Shastri in Vodi verses. Nectar of Devotion verses. We'll start. Okay. So actually we have practiced this one many times. This slide, for example, this one. NY 2, 3, 4. Vacho Vegam. Atyahara, Utsaha, Dadati Padimadhyam, and Ishapanijo, Purnamanam, Ishavasham. We'll practice 1 week on this and we'll practice 1 week on this. And then later again, we'll go with the Anchor Sloka practice. Okay. Yeah. So last time, first 2 done, or 3 done? Anybody? How many verses done last time? Nectar of Devotion verses. 2 or 3 I practice చేసిండ్రు. ఎన్ని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసినారు లాస్ట్ టైం? అన్యాభిలాష దర్శనం అయిపోయింది కదా. సర్వోపాధి వినిర్ముక్తం. హరే కృష్ణ. ఎవరు మాట్లాడట్లేదు? హరి బోల్.
ప్రభు ఎప్పుడైంది ప్రభు? నాకు తెలీదు యాక్చువల్లీ.
ఏం ప్రభు?
ఇవి చేసాము అసలు మన తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ టైం ఫస్ట్ టైం ఒకసారి చేసినట్టున్నాం అంతే కదా.
అదే మొన్న వీళ్ళ ఎగ్జామ్ స్టార్ట్ కాకముందు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసేదారు 1-2 days.
I don't know, I'm sorry, I forgot.
ప్రభుజీ, సో రీసెంట్ ఏమైందంటే అది మీరు ఒక పేజ్ లో ఒక 4 వర్సెస్ పెట్టారు కదా, మేము ఉట్టి అదే ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసాము, మీనింగ్స్ అవన్నీ కూడా ఏం చదవలేదు.
Like
Okay,
Prabhu, we have done NOI and BG. I don't think we have done NOD. ఎవరికైనా గుర్తుందంటే చెప్పండి ప్రభు, నాకైతే గుర్తులేదు.
ప్రభుజీ, ఒకరోజు అకించన్ ప్రభుకి నేను కాల్ చేయమని చెప్పినాను. అప్పుడు నేను ఓడి వర్సెస్ చేద్దామని చెప్పి ఒక స్లైడ్ షేర్ చేశాను ప్రభు. సో దిస్ ఈస్ వాట్ దట్ స్లైడ్. దీంట్లో ఎన్ని చేశారు ప్రభు? 1, 2, 3 చేసినట్టున్నారు కదా.
దీంట్లో 3 చేసినాం ప్రభు, 2 or 3 చేసినాం ఆ రోజు.
ఫస్ట్ 3 చేశారు, ఈ అదర్స్ ఇది ఫోర్త్ వన్ చేయలేదు ప్రభు.
బేసికల్గా ఏం చేస్తారంటే ప్రభుజీ, మీరు 4 శ్లోకాలు చదివేసేయండి. విల్ ప్రాక్టీస్
ఓన్లీ శ్లోకాస్ ప్రభు.
శ్లోకాస్. ఇది ఈ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ అంతా పిచ్చి పిచ్చి ఉంది ప్రభు. అది కరెక్ట్ లేదు. ఏంటంటే అది బలరాం ఫాంట్, అది ఎందుకో ఇక్కడ కాపీ పోయింది. బట్ ఇట్స్ ఓకే. ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ అంటారు. చేయండి మీరు ఒకసారి
భక్తి రసామృత సింధు. ఓన్లీ శ్లోకాస్ నా ప్రభు?
శ్లోకాస్ చేయండి.
భక్తి రసామృత సింధు 1.1.11. అన్యాభిలాషిత శూన్యం జ్ఞానకర్మాద్యనావృతం ఆనుకూల్యేన కృష్ణాను శీలనం భక్తిరుత్తమా. सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं तत्परत्वेन निर्मलं हृषिकेन हृषीकेश सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते। अतः श्रीकृष्णनामा न भवेद्ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियैः सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयं एव स्फुरत्यदः। अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्थम् उपयान्यतः। प्रभु यथार्थम है कदा
यथार्हम्
यथार्हम् उपयुञ्जतः निर्बन्ध कृष्ण संबंधे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते। Prabhu, I will do it once again. अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्हम् उपयुञ्जतः निर्बन्ध कृष्ण संबंधे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते। Thank you so much.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Prabhuji. So Bhakti Shastri, it's a long way to go. You know, I think at the end you learn. It's a prelude for all of you. Whoever there, Savita Mataji, Madhavi Mataji, you do after the recite, okay? And translation also you recite. So I will practice. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11. Anyabhilashita shunyam Jnana-karma-dhyanavrtam Anukulyena Krishnanu Shīlanam Bhakti-uttama. 1.1.12. Sarvopadi-vinirmuktam Tatparatvena nirmalam Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti-uchyate. 1.2.234. Atha Sri Krishna Namadi न भवेद् ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियै सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयं एव स्फुरत्यदः. 1.2.255 भक्तसंसिद्धौ अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्हम् उपयुञ्जतः निर्बन्ध कृष्ण संबन्धे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते. Yeah, 4 verses. So yeah, you yourself unmute yourself and practice. Hare Krishna.
I'll do Prabhuji.
Just 10 minutes we'll spend and then we'll wrap up the call. So in the 10 minutes, whoever wants to do, unmute yourself please and do it. Translation will read, only one devotee will read at the end. Okay? So please quickly practice.
Yes, Prabhuji. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11. Anyabhilashita shunyam Jnana karma dyanavritam Anukulyena Krishnanu Shīlanam Bhakti-ruttama. Sarvopadi-vinirmuktam Tatparatvena nirmalam Rishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam Bhakti-ruchyate. अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि न भवेद् ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियैः सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयं एव स्फुरत्यदः. अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्हम् उपयुञ्जतः निर्बन्ध कृष्ण संबन्धे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Next.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Anyabilasita sanyoma sunyam jnana karma sunyam jnana karmadi anavrutam anukulyena krishnanu Sīlanam bhakti-ruttama sarvopade vinurmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti-ruchyate. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhavet Grushyam Indriya
Grahyam.
Grahyam Indriya सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादु स्वयमेव स्पृहत what is this Prabhu? Spuratyada स्वयम् एव स्फुरत्यधा अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्थम् उपयुञ्जतः निर्बन्धा कृष्णसम्बन्धे युक्तां वैराग्यमुच्यते. Thank you, Prabhu.
Next. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I'll do Prabhu. अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादि अनवृतम् अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं तत्परत्वेन निर्मलं ऋषिकेश सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते. अतः श्रीकृष्णनामादि न भवेद्ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियै सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयम् एव स्फुरत्यदा अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्थम् उपयुञ्जिता निर्बन्धकृष्णसम्बन्धे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते. Thank you.
గౌరంగ దర్శన ప్రభుజీని దించారు కదా.
ఇంకా ఆ ట్యూన్ లో పాడలేదు ప్రభుజీ.
గౌరంగ దర్శన ప్రభు ఇట్లా. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Next. Hare Krishna. Who wants to do next?
I will do, Prabhu.
Yeah, Chan.
अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादि अनावृतम् अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलं भक्ति उत्तमा सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं तत्प्रवर्तेन निर्मलं ऋषिकेश सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते. अतः श्रीकृष्णनामादि न भवेद्गृहम् इन्द्रिये है सेवो मुखे जिह्वादो स्वयं एव स्फूर्तिः अनासाक्ष्यविषयान् यथार्थम् उपयुज्यतः निर्बन्धेन कृष्णसम्बन्धे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Prabhuji, I'll try.
Yeah, your Bhakti Shastri 1.1, right, Mataji? Why try? You already know, no?
Yeah. I thought everyone did, so I just thought I'll let everybody else do it, Prabhuji.
Yeah, do it.
అయిపోయాను ప్రభుజీ అందరిది. నాది లాస్ట్ అయినా పర్లేదు, లేకపోయినా పర్లా, టైం కన్స్ట్రెయింట్ వల్ల.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shall I try, Prabhu?
Yeah. Yes.
अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्माद्यनावृतम् अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं तत्परत्वेन निर्मलं ऋषिकेशा सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते. अतः श्रीकृष्णनामादि न भवेद्ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियै सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयम् एव स्फुरत्यदः अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्हम् उपयुञ्जता निर्बन्धकृष्णसम्बन्धे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you.
Can I do, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्माद्यनावृतम् अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं तत्परात्वेन निर्मलं ऋषिकेन ऋषिकेशां सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते अत श्रीकृष्णनामादि न भवेत् ग्राह्यम् इन्द्रियैः सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयम् एव स्फुरत्यदः अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथारम् उपयुञ्जतः निर्बन्धः कृष्णसम्बन्धे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Jai. Let me see the verse. Okay. Lavanya and Deepika Mata is there. Hare Krishna, are you there? Lavanya.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, sorry. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादनावृतम् अनुकूल्येन कृष्णानो शीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा.
A translation also you did. Correct.
When first class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires, knowledge obtained by monastic philosophy, and fruitive action. The devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably as Krishna desires. सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं तत्परत्वेन निर्मलं ऋषिकेना ऋषिकेशा सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते. Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of all the senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is freed from all material designations, and simply by being employed in the service of the Lord, one's senses are purified. अत श्रीकृष्णनामादि न भवेत् ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियैः सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयं एव स्फुरत्यदः. Because Krishna's form, qualities, pastimes, etc. are all on the absolute platform, material senses cannot therefore appreciate them. When a conditioned soul is awakened to Krishna consciousness and renders service by using his tongue to chant the Lord's holy name and taste the remnants of the Lord's food, the tongue is purified and one gradually comes to understand who Krishna really is. अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्हम् उपयुञ्जता निर्बन्ध कृष्ण सम्बन्धे युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते. When one is not attached to anything but at the same time accepts anything in relation to Krishna, one is rightly situated above possessiveness. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Okay. We'll stop here. Thank you so much. We'll connect tomorrow. Tanratana. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. श्रील गुरुदेव श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. Nectar of devotion to Goswami की जय. निताय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल. KC Monday.